Welcome to Witches of the Moon. I am your hostess Blythe, and this is Share a Spell Week. Now the spell that I am sharing this week is called the Lemon Curse, and this is a hoodoo spell, and is not actually a curse. What it is, it's actually a banishment spell, and this is what you want to use when you really are kind of at your last ropes, and somebody will just not leave you alone, and you really just need them to go. So it is a banishment spell. And as an extra kicker, if they continue to bother you, if they do not leave you alone, then it works as a hex. So it does give them a chance to turn around and be a better person to you. And if they don't, then they will find the consequences of their actions. So it's, I guess it's kind of like a your own karma kind of spell, even though I don't believe in karma. That's not the topic for this video today, but that's kind of how it works. Now, when I did the spell, because I have done this spell, what I did was I rewrote some of the words because it is written, because it is a hoodoo spell, which is based on Christianity. It is written as if you were talking to the Christian God, and I do not work with the Christian God. So I rewrote it for my deity. So you'll see me talk about that a little bit in the spell. So before you do something like this, you really want to sit down with the words and maybe change them for your deity. You could pray out to your spirits, you could pray out to your ancestors, you could pray to just the spirits of the ingredients that you're using, because you're going to be charging them anyway as you work your spell, which everybody should be doing. So just keep in mind, if you go to the website, because I'm going to post a link to where I found the original spell, that you can change it a little bit. And then at the same time, it's no longer hoodoo, because hoodoo is based on a Christian faith, a Christian background. So it is no longer hoodoo, but it is based on a hoodoo spell. Let's put it that way. And I do apologize for the spell portion being a little bit dry. I was trying to read my Book of Shadows and I couldn't see it because it was too far away from my face. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and you can contact me privately if you wish. And enjoy. Here it is. So here are our ingredients. And I don't have a jar today, so I'm going to be using a beer glass, so you can still see it. So we have our jar, you have a lemon, vinegar, a knife to cut the lemon with, 9 pins, or you can use nails, black candle, your hexing oil, which I'm using Dorothy Morrison's It Sucks to Be You. You want a marker, your picture. This is going to represent the picture. And you want matches to light the candle. Now, I also have gloves. Gloves are extremely important when doing spell work like this, because you don't want to cross yourself up by accident. It does happen, and after something like this, you may want to take a bath in hyssop, or a bath in hyssop, or something else that is cleansing. I love using hyssop. It is very, very effective. And we also have alum, which is a nice little extra. It is not part of the original spell. But it's something that I added, and I will go into that when time comes. So the first thing that I do is I clean everything with Florida water. So I love Florida water. It's a great cleaner. So I will cleanse the inside and the outside of the jar, and maybe my candle and anything else that needs to be cleansed. My space, I will do that. Now the lemon, when I get this from the store, I will not touch the actual lemon. I will use the bag to pick up the lemon, so I don't get any of my essence onto the lemon, because the lemon is kind of the decor of the spell. So one of the first things that you want to do is to put on your gloves. A lot of people say, oh, well, I don't need them, but they're good to have for many different reasons, and they are inexpensive, so definitely use your gloves. So what you want to do, and throw them out afterwards, you're not going to reuse them. So you take your candle, and you're going to inscribe it with the person's name on it, or that you're banishing them, and you're going to inscribe it downwards. because downwards is to get rid of. And then you're going to take your oil and you're going to anoint it downwards, all while thinking about banishing that person. Sorry, I keep going off camera. Banishing that person being away from you. And then you want to say, now this is going from the exact, from the website, you know, so and so, may all the evil you've done to me now return to you. And then you're going to light your candle. So you're going to want a candle holder too, which I don't have right now. And you may want to keep the gloves on for a good portion of the spell, which is why we have a couple pairs. So now you're going to take the picture, and you're going to, I'm going to take this off because I want to get the oil on the pen. You're going to take the picture, and you're going to write their name. So 3 times. So I'm just going to write so-and-so. 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 Okay? So then you're going to cross and cover with sour and bitter. And you're probably going to want to use a black marker, but I have a brown one today. So you're just going to write all over it. Sour and bitter. Sour. Not paying attention. That's supposed to be an N. I'm trying to figure out what this is. It's probably the oil, so I'm going to definitely need to be careful when I'm done with this and do a cleansing of myself. And you want to fill up the whole picture. You want to cover their face. You want to cover up everything. Make sure when you do this, the picture only has that person or persons in it that you're actually doing the spell against. You don't want to have an innocent bystander in it, even if you have people in the background. So, now what you're going to do is you're going to fold the picture away from you 3 times. Away is to banish. So you're going to fold the picture away from you. Okay. As you're doing this, you may say, may so-and-so's presence and influence in my life now turn away from me and out of my life forever. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut the lemon. So you may want to put on another glove so you don't actually touch the lemon. And you're going to cut the lemon in half. You're not going to cut it all the way through because you're going to kind of create a pocket for the picture to go into. And you insert the picture and say so-and-so. Okay, so you stick the picture in there. And then what you're going to want to do is you take your pens, take your 9 pens, and say, as I pin this lemon, I can't read. As I pin this lemon shut, I close all the doors through which you may enter into my life. And you're going to put your 9 pins in. I'm only going to put 2 in the moment because I want to keep my black pins. So you're going to do that and put those pins in. Get rid of this. So now these gloves are full of lemon juice. So then what you're going to do is you're going to put your lemon in the jar. Now, when I did this, I noticed that the lemon was a little too big for my jar, my real jar. So when you get your lemon in your jar, you want to make sure the lemon fits in, or you're going to be doing some squeezing and maneuvering to make sure that it fits in. So then you're going to put this in the jar and fill it up with vinegar. Now, I have apple cider vinegar. I'm sure white vinegar. This is just what I had. I'm not going to fill it all the way up because everybody knows stuff smells. So what you're going to want to do is fill your jar, cover the lemon completely. But for this demonstration, I'm not going to. Now, for an added kick, if the person you're doing this against has been talking and talking and talking a lot of crap about you, a lum will shut their mouths. Now, this is a tip that Nimbus River gave me, and I was like, alright, I've never used a lum before, so I'm going to use it. And as you have the chunk of alum, say, I add this to the vinegar jar, So you no longer speak ill of me, you no longer speak to me, so you shut your mouth. And this will actually dissolve in the vinegar rather quickly. I used a very large chunk last time that I did it. Then you're going to put the lid on the jar and shake it, which I'm not going to do right now. Now, the words that I have written down on my book Shadows are different than the ones that are on the website because I changed the spell to fit me. And I know that's not necessarily something that is done a lot in the hoodoo world, but since I don't work with the Christian God, I'm not going to ask the Christian God for help. I'm going to ask my goddess for help. So I did change the words, which is something I did way before I started this spell. So that may be something that you want to do. Or you may want to recite the words from the website that I provided. So then you're going to want to shake the spell as shake the jar as you're saying those words. You really want to really shake it up, because that's pretty much what you're doing, is you're shaking them up and saying, listen, if you don't leave me alone, bad things are going to happen to you. So when the candle has burned down, because remember your candle's still burning, when your candle has burned down, you want to bury the jar either in a graveyard and let the spirits take care of them, or you want to throw it into a body of water. You want to do it in a running body of water that's running away from you and away from your house, away from your family. If you bury a jar in a graveyard, I highly recommend having payment for the gatekeeper, leaving an offering for the spirits, and if you're going to invoke your own deity, leaving a offering for your own deity. When I did this, I did my offering for my deity, then I did the spell, and then I actually put the offering outside, is how I did it after the spell was completed. So that was how I did it. So this is an extremely effective spell. For me, it hasn't gone to the hexing part of it. It has gone, the banishing part of it was extremely effective, and all of the nonsense had completely stopped. So that is my spell. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please leave me a message and I will get back to you. Have a good one.